Hey, we are the Coalition Civilly Disobedient Media. We are at the office, the Warwick office of Congressman Seth Magadiner. We're joined by Attorney General Peter Neronha, rolling out some critical legislation in terms of workers' rights and workers' protections of all levels, white collar, blue collar, the trades, talking about wage theft. On a more local note, unrelated note, Attorney General, in the last few weeks there's been some stunning developments in the city of Woonsocket. First and foremost, a report was issued by a housing authority and interim public service director that blew out the personal details of hundreds of Woonsocket natives and residents. We've sent that report to your office. A stunning lack of, if you will, professionalism with regard to data breaches, personal information about their circumstances. That was rapidly followed up, if you will, last week with the release of the now Weissman report, which details in excruciating detail the transaction known as Mendon Rhode, where a $1.13 million, we've sent that to your office. I was just wondering if you got any thoughts yet that you'd like to share with us. I know Woonsocket's a very special place in the hearts of the Office of the Attorney General. There's ongoing litigation right now, I believe.
Yes.
But what are your thoughts about A, the potential data breach here, and B, this incredible report on the Lisa Baldelli-Hunt regime?
Yeah, well, the data breach is problematic, and we're looking at that. The report we're also reviewing, from a law enforcement perspective. And so I can't really say more than that right now, Pat. What I do think is that, the people of Woonsocket, the good people up there, and I know many, and I've, spent time with many, frankly deserve better government than what they've been getting. And I'll just say that really broadly. Getting back to our existing litigation with the city, as I said at the summit, I guess it was a couple of weeks ago now, that's really the choice of last resort for us. It is not my intention to sue cities influence, because I know when I do that, we are leveraging taxpayer money in whatever settlement or penalty we ultimately achieve. But there are frequent flyers on both sides of the open government issue. And when it comes to public agencies, they need to know that there'll be a consequence when they don't follow them.
Looking at the Mendon Road deal, is there a potential for cooperation with the U.S. Attorney's Office? Because we're the Coalition Radio Network is so civic-minded, we made sure they had the report Friday morning as well. We're like that.
Yes.
So, do you see that type of cooperation happening, or is it just too early to tell?
Well, look, I think there's always cooperation between our offices. It's the reason I spoke to the attorney this week. My phone, we were scheduled to meet and couldn't just make it work, but we meet monthly to talk about areas where we're working together. Some of those things are known in the public, some are not. The truth is, look, it's great to have a report, particularly from one of my former colleagues. But our investigations are not driven by reports. Look, media reports can be helpful. They can be leads. Sometimes things are already known to us and we're working on them anyway. But certainly that report is something that we'll take a look at and we'll see where it goes.
Thank you very much, Attorney General Peter Neronha.
Thanks, Pat.